We now have our third runner in the women's race coming in. It's Heather Jackson. Folks at home, keep note of who already has a golden ticket and who does not. Riley is already in. Heather moving efficiently and looking smooth.
We can do water over the head if you want.
Maybe just ice down the back here.
Ice down the back.
Yeah, they definitely are.
This is an uncharacteristically long crew stop for Heather.
It is.
Normally Heather's like 5 seconds or less.
Taking advantage of the last shade that she's going to see for the next couple hours.
I guess, yeah, you might be right about that.
Great job, Heather.
Sorry.
No sorry. No sorry.
I keep having to puke. My stomach.
No. Yep.
Do it again.
Yep, that's okay.
I don't know what's going on. It's like my stomach.
That was me
I feel like I'm pregnant.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's another doodle coming.
Yeah.
You either have a great day or you have a horrible day. So, and that's how I race, which is fair enough. So I either go from the gun and it turns out well, or it's a complete implosion. So that's always going to cause doubt because it could be either one that shows up on the race day. So fair enough, but I just think, yeah, it's going to cause doubters out there. And you're going to have the people that support you, and you're going to have the people that think, no, she's going to not do it on this one. So I always latch onto those and use that for fuel and motivation. Yeah, this year I think it'll be super fun. We decided to come into it a little bit lower key and just kind of come and race. And originally we literally thought it would just be us and it would keep it super simple. And then found out that good friend Eric Lagerstrom is racing the 50K on Sunday. So he and P-Dog, Paula Finley, longtime really good friends, training partners, will be here. So they were also at Western States last year, and just the energy and momentum and just, yeah, I think it brought Western States to a different level for me, and I think it will this weekend as well, just having like fellow, first off friends, but racers, competitors, like the mindset, like Paula at Western States was one of the most motivating. Every time I saw her, it was just like she knew exactly what to say and got me so pumped up, and energy so high. And so, yeah, I'm just excited to have those vibes again this weekend, and stoked that they're here, and yeah, we get to spend time with them and just go on this journey again together.
That's like way more loose. This is like rocky on hard pack.
The mindset is pretty calculated, so it's, of course, I'm going to be super nervous tomorrow. Just the nerves, pre-race nerves, and nerves on race morning until the gun goes off. But these events are so long that it's just being very calculated with literally, maybe not mile by mile, but knowing the aid stations, where they come, what I'm doing at them, what I'm doing in between them, the aid stations that have my crew, what I'm doing exactly when I come into the crew stations, what I'm grabbing for, the game plan. Like, I have a very laid out plan. I've been studying the course, I've been studying the aid stations, the terrain in between. This very, very calculated mindset. And I think doing that helps maybe you're not going to get rid of nerves, but it makes me just think of it as I have a plan, and that's all. I've just got to execute it. I just have the utmost gratitude to my pacers, who both have stepped in kind of last minute. I met the wonderful Katarina Hartmuth at our Hoka Athlete Summit, and we clicked right away during a couple runs and all of our breakout sessions together, and she was going to be here with a friend, so I asked her if she wanted to hop on the trails with me for any of it, and so she's going to be the final segment with me, which I'm looking forward to. She's just super nice, super low-key. I think it'll be good vibes out there. So grateful to her for wanting to be a part of this. And then Nick Goldston of TTL. I think this will be a second trail race, maybe more. I'm not positive, but we've just recently convinced him to pop in at Deep Canyon, which is the first area you can pick up a pacer, almost 32. I think he's a little nervous, maybe a little hesitant, but it's just going to be a fun day on the trail. Yeah, I mean, I think this is definitely a super deep field, but I think we say that every time and also every race. It's true. The level of women's racing is just increasing. So any single race, I think you're going to find a deep field, especially a race like this that has 3 golden tickets to get into Western states. And that's also why I want to be here, because that means it's going to be a fast, hard race. I think it is imposter syndrome. I mean, I don't feel like I belong when I'm standing there on the start line. I think the race itself is me trying to prove that I do. So maybe that's where I get the fierce competitiveness, because I'm like, I'm here to show you I can do this. Like, I want to prove you wrong. Like, you don't think I can do this race? You don't think I can close? You don't think I can run this technical terrain? Then I want to show you that I can. So I think a lot of it comes from that throughout the last couple of years, but also in triathlon and also all my athletic careers. Ice hockey, I'm not strong enough to play ice hockey because I'm a girl or I'm smaller. Like, I'll show you I can. So I think it's always been this like need to prove myself in everything.
And it looks like that front pack has been swallowed up. So
yep, it's now just one big line, it looks like.
So we've got quite the pack, probably more than 30 runners that are out in front here, as you can see, snaking their way. And that's also Antelope Mesas, where we'll have our first timing point.
Yep.
So right now, we don't have a ton of information, other than what we're seeing on this stream of who's in that front. I can see, I think I just saw Heather Jackson roll through there past the screen.
There they are, coming right at us.
So it was Mary Denholm as the first woman through Antelope Mesa in about 49-46. I definitely had Mary Denholm on the inside of my top 5. Is that Heather? Becca Bramley, our second woman through Antelope Mesa in 51:20, about 90 seconds back of Mary. Okay, so that was Heather Jackson that we did catch on the screen.
At no point was I thinking this is too much. I honestly thought wow, I'm really holding back this year, much better than last year. Last year I knew I was pushing too hard. I thought, well, this feels like running a marathon, not, and I still would have 40 more miles to go after that.
I wouldn't be surprised if Heather Jackson was first through here last year.
You know what? Let me take a look and see what her split was last year through here. Yeah, she came through in 1:29.43.
Okay. So we could expect the women about 5-6 minutes.
Yeah.
Yep, that sounds about right. We got Mary Denholm coming in to Hidden Treasure right now.
Nice. Mary Denholm leading the women's race still.
Yep. So we're at 125 right now.
All right.
Bottle fill, trash,
There goes
and
Mary.
on her way. And
Right, 4 minutes up.
4 minutes.
4 minutes ahead of that split
Ahead of Heather Jackson.
of Heather Jackson.
She looked like she was trying, but like controlled trying, like just, serious racing. Like game face was on, not messing around. I see MK and Riley. Riley didn't stop, and Heather.
Oh, there we go.
There's Riley. We see Heather Jackson.
Go, Heather.
We see the orange kit. The Hoka kits are now.
All right, MK filled the bottle and is out. So coming out of Hidden Treasure, it was Riley Brady, Heather Jackson, MK Sullivan, and I didn't catch her last name. It was Becca.
That green shirt.
And then Abby Hall's coming through right now as well. Probably all within 10 seconds. So 2 through 3.
Was that Becca Bramley?
2 through 6.
Yeah, Becca.
Yeah,
Bramley.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
2 through 6 were all together. And then Shea Acolano's coming through right now as well.
I love that little extra drama within drama of the roll down spots for people who are already in the race. It does keep it does force people to kind of keep the pedal down.
of course Riley Brady and Heather
absolutely.
Jackson right there. No strangers to one another, racing multiple times against one another. Racing at Javelina, racing here.
When I came into Bumblebee, the first crewed aid station, right around mile 19-ish, 20-ish, I still felt great. I think I was running in second and third. I was with Riley. Mary was off the front, but I thought Mary's doing what I did last year, and she hasn't raced here before. The first 20 are super fast, and that was kind of what gave me okay, I'm holding back. Like, that's not me again. In all respect to Mary, she's incredible. I thought she would go wire to wire. I'm like, or that could be the win. She could take it all the way because she's such an incredible athlete. But I was running within myself, and I thought, okay, I'm not the one, just maybe pushing too hard right now.
Well, we're probably not going to be too far off from seeing the first woman come through because Mary Denholm was really looking strong and comfortable. As I mentioned, it looked like she was running a road marathon or 10K out there.
Mary is in the aid station.
All right, Mary's in aid. Yep, okay.
Yep.
Nick, update for the video.
I think she is right now sitting in 6th place. 5th place. Actually, she's up from 5th. She wasn't 6th for a long time. Now she's in 5th. Are they close though? Yeah, she's supposed to be 2 minutes away.
So Mary Denholm, 8 minutes ahead of last year's winning pace.
The other girl left 1 minute ago. Okay. You're doing so good. You're pacing yourself properly. Try. Where do you want these? Here?
Oh, there's
Check
Heather
out
Jackson right there. Heather
aid
Jackson
station.
is in.
Okay, so
All
that
right,
means
Heather
Heather
is
moved
in.
up quite a bit
Heather
through
has
this.
moved.
Yeah. Heather went from 5th to now looking to be F2
job,
right now.
Heather Jackson taking some swigs of fluid, and she's about 30 seconds back of Riley.
Okay.
I think the biggest thing that happened was in pausing to use a bathroom here at Bumblebee, I lost contact with Riley, who I had been running with, and just kind of pacing behind them. And I think then when you're alone, it's maybe, it's tough to judge effort, or am I still holding a solid, smooth, steady pace. This stretch here between Bumblebee and then Gloriana Mine, it's kind of some switchbacky, rocky. It's tough to get into a rhythm. It's just back and forth on a hillside. So I think maybe I lost a little rhythm there. And then I also started to feel the heat, which I don't think I really planned on for the day. I think it said high was going to be 72, nothing crazy. And I just don't think I came in mentally ready to deal with what ended up being a pretty hot day. So that was I would say what I encountered in this next stretch between Bumblebee and Deep Canyon was all of a sudden the heat hit me, and I thought, like I need to get on the hydration now.
Course record women through Gloriana.
Course record women through Gloriana. I don't have
Keely's time.
I don't have Keely's time.
Okay.
The best I can do is I can pull up Heather Jackson's from last year, which I think she was ahead of CR pace at this point. But let me see if I can. Heather was through Gloriana in 2:56 last year.
Pacing duties. We're about halfway at 50K point. My nerves are high. Heather is just around the corner. Hoping I can stick with her the whole time. Here we go.
I think the stomach problems began at Deep Canyon when I came in feeling hot, feeling like I was behind on my liquids.
We now have our third runner in the women's race coming in. It's Heather Jackson. Folks at home, keep note of who already has a golden ticket and who does not. Riley is already in. Heather moving efficiently and looking smooth.
And I chugged like 3 or 4 different things all at once. And I had already been taking gels every 15 minutes. So I think that maybe I just overloaded my stomach way too fast, way too quickly, and with maybe way too many different electrolytes, carb mix, Red Bull, just all of the things at once, because I was panicking that it was so hot and I needed to get on it, and I knew I wouldn't see my crew again for 20 miles. So
yeah, they definitely are.
This is an uncharacteristically long crew stop for Heather.
It is.
Normally Heather's like 5 seconds or less.
And in my race nutrition plan was I carry everything so that I don't have to waste time at the aid stations, when in reality I should have just taken a moment to reflect, okay, get liquid in here, but don't chug so much, because it just, my stomach responded maybe 15, 20 minutes later. So leaving Deep Canyon, I was still fine, but I think once we started running and my stomach started like moving, it just all of a sudden started expanding, and it was the most discomfort and pain. It was like a side stitch on top of like a rock hard distended stomach, like I was pregnant.
Taking advantage of the last shade that she's going to see for the next couple hours.
I guess, yeah, you might be right about that.
Keep it up, Heather.
Great job, Heather.
Sorry.
No sorry. No sorry.
I keep having to puke. My stomach.
No. Yep.
Do it again.
Yep, that's okay.
don't know what's going on. It's like,
I wasn't toying with the idea of not finishing at that point. There was a point, maybe, I can't even remember this stretch now, 30 to 45 minutes later, where I just think from trying to run with the stomach issues, I got a very painful side stitch where I had to keep kind of stopping and trying to work through that. I thought that's going to be pointless to try. If this doesn't subside or go away, or I can't figure this out, that was painful. And that was, yeah, more than just like running with a big stomach. That was when I was thinking to myself, I'm not going to hobble like another, whatever was left with this. Yeah, there was a bad point in there.
yeah, my stomach.
That was me
I feel like I'm pregnant.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's another doodle coming.
Yeah. You gonna fight to the end?
Probably.
At that stretch where I knew I hadn't been able to take anything in, because anytime I would try to take in liquid or anything, it was just coming back up or coming back out. But I had learned from my javelina experience with friend Devin Yanko a couple years ago that anytime you start to lose focus or you're off, like you're probably low on calories, get a gel in, get something in. And so was like, I was panicking because I couldn't get that in, and I was tripping for just trip after trip. And I still don't know how I was able to save myself from going down like 4 or 5 times in a row. But I knew I had lost any sort of, at that point my mindset was get to the next aid station. And I mean, I don't know. I rallied as hard as I could once the stomach came around. But when the battle is gone, it is more just like survival mode for me. And then it's also an experiential thing where I always start races with the mindset of being grateful and having that gratitude that this is a privilege that I get to do this and I get to be out on this trail. And, you know, to see someone like Tim on the side not having the greatest day either, and to lend each other encouraging words as we're both walking, just trying to make it to that next aid station. Again, I'll remember that over other, memories early in the race when things were going well. To me, that's just running and things were going smoothly. But I'll remember seeing Tim and him being so down as well and just commiserating with each other. So that's another thing that is what I absolutely love about the trail running community, because that's in the few I've done, or not the few, many more now over the last couple of years. Those are the experiences I've had. Everyone is so supportive. Everyone's just trying to get it done. And so I'm not thinking about the disappointment at that moment. I am problem solving and trying to keep moving forward and get the day done. And then I think the grieving comes after the disappointment and thinking of, okay, if only I'd done this different or that different. Those all kind of settle in. I mean, even the last couple nights, I'm like laying in bed, like, if only. But again, that's why it's so addicting. Like, I want to sign up for another one now and try to redo it.